200 plus people. So Ignition doing pretty nice. Chicago scene doing pretty good.
I'm proud. Okay, so we're going to be starting Town and City. This is actually an interesting pick because it is very well known that Town City is one of Cloud's specific best stages. So for Javi to allow Town and City means that either A, he's very comfortable on this stage, or he's very comfortable in the matchup.
Yeah, I imagine that Javi has quite a bit of good experience in this match with many great Cloud players in Mexico.
Yeah, actually, it is interesting because Javi not only plays Sheik, but he also has a very proficient Cloud. It's actually a well-known fact that Javi is the person that gives Leo one of the most issues in Mexico. So whenever they meet up in tournaments, it's actually pretty difficult for Leo to actually take it. Not just because Javi knows and understands Leo, but also because he's very good at this specific matchup.
And I'll just always remember from 2G Civil War. Oh, okay, scary situation here. Ned gonna sneak away. Very good avoidance over there on the left side of Town and City.
It was key because Ned managed to escape while maintaining limit. So that means that he was pretty comfortable in that scenario to not burn limit. Like if I was playing there, I would have probably actually just burned limit straight up because I was like, oh, this is a pretty scary scenario. But it kind of goes on to show that Ned is also comfortable in this scenario, which is important. You have to be comfortable in this matchup. Sheik is a character that can just knock Cloud off the level and kind of gimp you or kill you very early.
Right.
So it's very important for you to be able to maintain limit and be able to actually contest Sheik in the neutral somehow.
And we're seeing Ned try to get something started here. He's going to use that limit movement buff. Thankfully, for Ned's sake, he was able to keep that limit as long as he can, because with all the different buffs to your stats as a character, if you get from that big blue glow, it can really help you combat Sheik's speed.
Yeah, one of the best things about people that play Cloud is that it's not about you only burning limit to get a kill, but it's also that you get pretty much a buff with limit. And I love how he was pressuring the platforms. He waited for Javi to land the platform and correctly pressure that with upper.
And that movement buff from limit really helped him close the gap. Like Javi was trying to bouncing fish away. Usually you can get away with that, sneak away from the slower characters, but not this Cloud.
No, because he gets the mobility buff, so he's able to actually catch scenarios that most other characters would not be able to.
Javi looking for the bouncing fish off the stage. Those down tilts also been buying Javi a lot of mileage. Going to burn the limit finally here.
Ned has actually been playing this really well. If you're able to survive this long against Sheik, you're doing it right.
But Javi does clean it up there with the up smash. Kind of getting like the weird downward hitbox all the way into the top right corner of Town and City.
Ned is actually playing this a little bit more aggressive than average. Most Clouds will kind of take the platform route and just be happy about charging limit, but Ned is actually approaching, using backer spacing, kind of fighting him up close a bit more, which is just kind of ballsy actually.
Right now he's doing good. Oh, this is okay.
Limit on deck right at the right time. Choosing to throw Javi off the level. He didn't go for down throw to get a potential follow-up, but instead choosing for back throw to get stage control. At this point, the matchup is...
This is a bad spot here.
Yeah, this is a really bad spot, actually.
Okay, he's using that kind of whiffed cross slash hit. It kind of lets you float a little bit in the air and just bide your time. Really helping Ned's sweet spot here, despite the pressure that Javi's putting on.
So I've been noticing that Ned has been choosing to air dodge in almost every single 50-50 scenario so far. So we might see a scenario where Javi might wait for the air dodge next. That's a possibility. But at the same time right here, this is actually really good right here. If Ned is able to play the ledge position correctly, he might win the game right here. Barely misses. He was only...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He was only 1 frame or 2 off. If you're able to power shield, it means that you were able to block it within a frame or 2. So pretty much he was only a frame or 2 off in that. That would have been a kill and a game. So that's pretty much that's a game throw-in mistake, which is pretty big actually.
Javi gonna take game 1.
Something important to understand for players is that if you lose a game like that, where it's kind of like, well, you barely misses that you would have won, it was the right play. It's very important for you to not tilt from that position. So we're gonna have the chance to see how Ned is going to adapt, how he's going to react mentally to this.
Ned is a player who's kind of had some mentality issues, and he's gotten much better at it over the course of the year. Like basically, I think you've been able to give him a bunch of tips in the mentality department. You know, he's only 18. So he's got a lot to learn, but he's getting better. And of course, he's putting up a crooked number to start out game 2 as well.
I mean, I will never take credit. Obviously, Ned has been working really hard. He's been able to step it up from being, a mid PR, in Chicago, 0-2 Samus player to being like the best player in all of Chicago for a very big amount of time at this point, actually. Consistently winning tournaments and whatnot, so obviously he's been working really hard. Now, one big adaptation that I'm seeing from Ned right now is that he's actually anti-aerial Sheik correctly. So if you notice, the flow that Javi is doing is that he's shooting needles into neutral, retreating a little bit, and then he goes for neutral across right there. So very common. You see, neutral again, once again. So the main thing that I'm noticing from Ned is that he's moving backwards with the neutralers to kind of allow like Javi to have space to neutral and then bait it out so he can punish it.
He's just going to run up air there, catch Javi jumping out of that shield. And trying to keep him stuck at the ledge again. But, ooh, the forward tilt going to miss.
Not going to kill. Okay, the next up throw will kill. If he pummels once or twice, he might be able to get it.
Instead, looking for the back air on the roll. And again, he's going to jump away.
That was very wise. He drifted momentum because he was like, this is too dangerous to land in this angle, so I'm going to opt to actually, instead of landing on stage, be stubborn. I'm going to go back to the ledge. That was a very high-level decision, actually.
But Javi going to clean up the stock there. And okay, the dash attack going to answer right back. We got even stocks here, game 2.
I will say Sheik has more of an advantage when both characters are at 0 because exactly of this type of strings, all of Sheik's strings actually drag characters up the level, and Cloud does not feel comfortable getting dragged up the level without limit, especially at 0. When it gets to middle percents around this is when Cloud starts to have more of an advantage because Sheik combos will be less dangerous and you're able to DI upwards so you can land on stage, and then at the same time you will have limits so you can fight Sheik more, and you can also kill her too.
Yeah, I feel like the pace of this matchup is kind of Sheik gets up to a lead, and then Cloud gets 2 or 3 of these up airs. Back to even.
I will say this is a little bit more Cloud favorite because Cloud can just kill at this point with cross slash. So Sheik has no kill options until at least 20% more or so with an up smash. At this point though, like, I love the fact that Ned is actually adapted to the neutral air space from Javi. Now Javi's opted to go more for a little bit more grab than usual. But still, neutral air is his main tool in the neutral right now.
That forward tilt going to be a good punish coming out from Javi. Again, dragging Ned to the left. Percent's even again.
See, Javi likes to play this type of Sheik play where it's like he likes to do what works. He doesn't try to overextend too much. He tries to play kind of safe and I guess you could say smart. Goes for the cross-up. Went for cross-up upper.
Almost enough.
Yeah, Ned missed the DI, but Limit actually saved him there. Limit making Cloud fall faster, so you're able to survive things that you shouldn't sometimes, or at the same time also fall for combos that you shouldn't. Up to almost killing. The next one should be able to kill with 1 or 2 pummels.
Yeah,
Let's play. Got him.
Cleaning up that roll onto the stage. We saw him try to do that, I think, to close out the first stock, and he missed the spacing on it just barely.
You know what I was thinking is that I feel like Javi rolled from the ledge because he felt like if he got grabbed at the ledge and got up throw, he would actually die. So I felt like he probably rolled to try to maybe throw off the grab or something, and then because he was worrying so much about the grab, then he got back.
I think Ned could have, maybe he wouldn't have been able to grab immediately. I think Javi would have been able to sneak out a spot dodge or something if he had just gone for that back air on shield and then go for the grab, maybe just a shield pressure stunt. But here we go on Final Destination.
I'm guessing Ned banned Smashville because why would you let him go to a heat? It could only be because you banned Smashville, and then I'm guessing Javi banned got rid of Battlefield. I would guess Battlefield Dreamland. That's what I'm guessing here because of the stages they picked.
Jump save the whole way. Wow.
He drifted back last second. That was really, really, like, this is one of those kind of guesses that, like, you kind of put the whole stock onto one decision. So that's really hard because right now it's 1-1. It's actually anyone's set right now. So, wow, that was actually amazing play.
And winning game 3 is so important.
You get the lead, the mental lead, and everything. Okay, no double jump with Javi. Let's play right here. Javi opted to jump air dodge.
Yeah, not rolling onto the stage that time.
Ned actually missed. He was sure that he was going to take in place. He went for the upper, missed. If he got that upper, he would have been able to finish a touch off of that, or at least go for like another upper, get like a bigger confirm off of that. Maybe potentially kill.
Ned plays pretty conservatively with that limit. He's pretty well known for that. I don't know if he would have gone for finishing touch. I've only seen him ever go for that setup on town.
Now, I keep noticing Ned shoot. Ooh,
All right.
see, he's getting used to the neutralers. He's getting used to the neutralers. Javi chose to do a neutral and then Ned punished it with a cross slash. He didn't do it on the first 2 games. I could tell that he wanted maybe to do it potentially, but like he waited until he was actually 100% sure this is what's going on. Because remember, guys, it's easier to analyze a game when you're not playing it. When you're playing it, a lot of your thought process is divided on actually doing what you're doing. So it's a lot harder to notice patterns while you're playing.
Okay, again, just finding all these sweet spot climb hazards, not leaving anything up to chance, but that neutral air will pay off here for Javi. He paid dearly for the first one, but he got exactly what he was looking for the second time through.
See, this is actually really scary for Cloud right here. It's FD, it's both characters at 0, so she can actually get one grab and kind of drag you off the level. We're going to see it right here, fair, drag you off the level. She can just keep going at this point. Now you have an opportunity to kill him. See, this is all because of one hit in the neutral. I like this. No, I like this. He's doing this so he can get limit. He couldn't get it in time.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great idea.
Yes.
Because he had to keep putting on pressure, and once Cloud gets 100% damage, that limit comes online naturally. But just, you're right, too little, too late.
He made the decision that I'm going to up E immediately because he's going to have to hit me more times to drag me to like get me off the level. Because in that scenario, Sheik has no options to like actually kill you immediately. Like you could do like 4-tail fair or something, but all of those options will kind of send you more upwards than you want to. Sheik doesn't have that like melee-esque order that sends you straight horizontally. Wait, we're going back to FD?
This is the Ned.
This is the Ned?
When Ned loses a game that he feels like he could have won, kind of like the like that town game, right? So on the town game, he lost just by like a frame on that power shield.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I can win that. Let's just run it right back.
That's a dangerous mindset because I feel like sometimes it's wise to know when you're overextending, maybe. But at the same time, it's also very valuable that he has a lot of confidence in himself, where it doesn't matter if some things may not be his best advantage. He still trusts himself as a player to be able to overcome that. And I think that's even more important than the right pick. So props to him for that. And he's doing amazing so far. He misses the spike right there, but he has extreme advantage right now. Let's play and limit on deck. Got him.
Pretty easy stock here for Ned. Looking good on Final Destination. 22%.
Yeah, he only has to be careful. At this point, Javi's main goal right now is that he needs to get a game. He needs to get a low percent combo going right now. He needs to drag him up the level and just clutch out a game right now to even the game out. And then if he's able to do that, and then he's going to have a chance to do it again because obviously, you know, Cloud a low percent, you know, he's going to be able to do that.
Ooh. And again, look at that same spike, and the limit's back already. This is a statement game from Ned so far.
Yeah. Ned is doing amazing this game, actually.
The lap and then some. And there it is. Third time's the charm. Going to game 5. Woo.
Ned adapted really well. Ned not only... Here's 3 things that Ned did differently that game. The first one is that every time Javi was positioning himself for neutral air, he punished. Second is that he punished every single one of Javi's habits from the ledge, so he was doing the ledge play well. But not only that, but he was killing him from the same mistakes he was not in game 3. So game 3, he will get a read, he will get a punish, but he wasn't killing. He was getting a grab, maybe an upper. Now he was landing that cross slash. Now he was landing that downer. So that's making the difference for now. And here's game 5. Letting me know, guys, Javi is really strong in the Cloud Ditto. Probably the switch stems from the fact that Javi probably feels comfortable in the matchup now, or he predicts that, you know, he adapted to the matchup. So in this scenario, he wants to throw him up in the Ditto. Ned has been historically weak in the Ditto, so this is probably why the pick is this way. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, at the end of the day, one of them mains Cloud and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, Ned, by the way, is the Advent Children Cloud. He's the one... well, he was the one landing up airs on Javi. He turned it right around, getting some up airs of his own. The punishes in this matchup can be brutal.
You can pretty much kill somebody off of one string. Especially if you have limit. It can just be over immediately. It was very important there that Javi was able to come back without wasting limit. One of the most important things that you see in this video is if players are able to come back without wasting limit. At this point, I would say it's roughly even. That was quite a... Oh, he actually wasted. Javi actually wasted.
Yeah, both players burning it.
Yeah, Javi had making a mistake, actually. He could have definitely closed out the stock. Well, this is game 5, obviously, so whoever wins this set will we'll make it to grand. Whoever wins this actually has a humongous chance of winning the tournament. So this is probably the single most important set this whole tournament.
They don't have to face any of those scary players in the lower bracket, potentially. That's a big deal here, and Ned's got the stage again.
Ned keeping Ned's ledge control is amazing. It's one of the best.
And Ned's gonna buy him the stock.
He gets the lead. Okay. All right. At this point,
this is not where Javi wants to be. He's
No.
behind a stock. He doesn't have limit yet, and Ned can stop him from charging it
Yes.
just by being in his zone here.
Ned is contested. Ned is not letting him be comfortable. At this point, it's really dangerous for Javi because you could die if you get hit near the ledge or off the level. Cloud can just kill you. He has a lot of ways to.
Yeah, it's a melee matchup.
Cloud can just destroy himself really well. At this point, Javi wants to keep him off the level to have enough time to get limit and then make a play off of that.
Oh, but Ned gonna land the jabs here, but the jabs right back from Javi.
Javi trying to snipe him with the dash attack. Ned under dodging. He has to waste limit at that point though. This match can swing at any point in time. Don't call your cards yet.
Yeah, anything can happen here. Okay, that pivot grab reaching right around.
Let's see, how is he going to deal with that? He tried to go for low neutral air. That usually reaches under the level. You can catch the up either, but Javi barely missing. That's going to cost him. This is actually, okay.
This extra credit's adding up here, Zero.
Extra credit is adding up, but I'm going to remind you, if Javi gets the kill, he could just kill Ned off of one string. So this is not over until it's actually over. Oh!
No punish.
No punish. That was a power shield too. That could have been a charge down smash for the game. Not a dodge change.
Whoa!
Okay. Alright. This is it. Alright.
Javi's on the board.
Ned needs to play this very, very confidently to take this because
Ned's showing no fear though. He just ran up, dash attack the ledge.
yeah, Javi is
He's getting these dares too.
and he's doing his best to get limit. If he's able to get limit, he's gonna try. He actually went for like all in, all out game. He went all the way out for that neutral air, especially because he had limit and he knew Ned could not get limit, so he has no mix up. Oh, he has to burn limit. He has to burn limit.
Huge position here for Ned.
This is it. Ned has a huge advantage at this point. No limit.
That might just
That might
just do it.
That's it.
Yep.
Wow. That was big. That was big.
That's a crazy Cloud Ditto.
Yes, it was. It was very tense. It actually came down to the last second. If you notice, the highlight play for me, the most tense moment of that whole set was when Javi got that throw off the level. Ned has no limit. If Javi landed that neutral air after he did the high neutral air, that was the set. That was it, because then you have to neutral air again, and Ned has no option, no mix-up. And Javi has limit, so he can jump way lower than Ned Cloud.
And that would have been GG.
Yes, and it's
Like you said, you killed Zero.
It's actually amazing because Ned had the peace of mind and just the control to be like, you know what, I'm confident in this decision, because he didn't hesitate when he went low and he went through Javi. He didn't hesitate at all.